I'm Xenowave, and today I'm going to show you how I made this sound. Okay, so in the unison section, turn the unison order up to 9, and unison panning up to 100%, and everything else down to 0. Operator 1 is just a sine wave. Operator 2 is our usual square converted sine harmonics with randomized phases and no fundamental. Operator 3 is just another sine wave. If you remember in the last video, I used operator 3 to detune with the other sine wave to cause the Ricci motion, which gets you this. But as we all know, frequency is just a derivative of phase, or the rate of change of phase. Keep it simple. So I just decided to see what I could do if I just controlled the phase of operator 3 to get one recycle, or control the recycles essentially. And that's basically what I'm doing here. So I routed the phase to mod X with this curve with retention of 10.21 on the negative side. And look what happens if I change it. It's pretty finicky. So mess with that to your liking, but this is the most important part of the sound. Or yeah, it's the most important part. Because if you take out all the FM, you still get the movement of this sort of gun sound. But it sounds like a Reese, so we'll get into the other stuff now, actually. So operator 4. This is a sine wave with harmonic 7, 16, and harmonic 32 all on. And this is just to FM into this. So operator 4 is modulating operator 6, and this is what's causing that the higher end sort of sounds to the patch. And notice how, again, everything in the matrix is fully dialed. I just control the volumes as needed. And on top of that, I am also controlling the phase. I routed the phase of operator 4 to mod X, and the modulation of operator 4 to mod X, and the volume of operator 4 to mod X. And this is because for the volume, so this is what I'm controlling when I routed the volume of operator 4 to mod X, and also this is what I'm controlling when I routed the modulation to mod X. So for operator 5, this is a half saw, so it's just a saw wave, and then you press half. That's it. And oh wait, this operator 4's volume is at around 40%. That's the value. Adjust that as needed. Okay, so operator 5 is our half saw. This is the graph for mod X's volume. I'm kind of treating it. I'm just using it for some oscillator sync, or I don't know. Is that oscillator sync if it's not a full saw? I'll figure that out. But okay, again, I'm modulating the phase. I'm controlling the phase with mod X, but it's going down this time. I just found this out through trial and error. And I actually have the phase distributed with the unison mapping. I believe, yeah, Operator 6 does that too. So I have this distributed because I just, listen what happens if I just reset it. You might like that better, but I like this better. It's worth exploring. This is just the curve that I wanted, or this is the line that I wanted. And the value for this is 72%. And this point over here is at 75%. And this is so if I take all of operator 5 off, we'll get this. And that's what happens if you take off operator 5. And operator 6, it's actually the same wave, but I added some harmonics. The volume is at 95%, and let's see, harmonic 4, harmonic 8, and harmonic 9. And I routed the volume to mod X in this shape because I think it was too harsh when I did it the other way. Yeah. It was too harsh. So I wanted that sort of harshness towards the end of the recycle. And then it would loop in again, and it would feel like it's kind of acting as a transient. I don't know if I explained that well, but this is what I'm doing for operator 6. And I'm controlling the phase in this shape and flip shape. And again, feel free to mess with this as needed. But this is pretty far down the operator chain, so it's not going to be as effective. And for the phase, I am distributing, well, it's not too far down the operator chain, but for the phase, I'm distributing with the unison mapping again, so. And that's it for the operators. So if I play this without any of the filters, it sounds like that. But if I play it with all the filter logic, we get that. So what's happening here? So filter 1 is just no filter. It's just the wave shaper. You start out with this. I just create it up here. And I route it to the next, which is a phaser on triple mode and high quality. I am distributing the cutoff with using mapping again to all 9 voices, just this regular line. I set the cutoff to 0.41, and the resonance is at just a regular 50%. Wave shaping, the wave shaping graph is the same as filter 1. So look at what happens if I change the filter, the cutoff of the phaser. You can get different timbres out of this for sure. I just like this position personally, but it's very finicky, this whole patch. And filter 3 is just a distortion again. I don't think this really matters. I think I was trying to wavefold this earlier, and I forgot to set it back. Yeah, that doesn't matter. You can just have it like this, or even have it like the others. It shouldn't make too much of a difference. Yeah, I'll keep mine like that. And for Well, this doesn't matter anymore either, actually, because this filter is off. I did want this to be a phaser for filter 3, but for Mod X, I had this shape here so that there's a little bit of definition in the sound. I didn't want to sound too connected, but I guess the phase cancellation already had kind of handles that. And of course, operator 1 and 3 are being sent out so that the whole bass interaction can be sent out with no interruptions. And that is the sound. So, okay. Did I fully explain the operator matrix? Okay. I know I said 4 is operating on 6. Oh, but I didn't fully explain. Okay, yeah, 5 is operating on 2, and 5 is modulating operator 4, and operator 5 is modulating operator 6. And operator 6 is modulating operator 2. So if I mess with these, even if the polarity, I believe that will yield a different sound. Yeah, so polarity really matters with sounds like these. So it's a little hard to explain. Or is it? So yeah, 5 is on 2 because of the timbre you get when you modulate anything by some sort of linear waveform, and then I put 5 on 4 so that timbre can control 6, which is then controlling 2. Yeah, and then 5 is also on 6 for extra, just more control over, not control, more timbre changes over 6. Yeah. Gosh, I feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. it's kind of a more involved patch. But that's the sound. If you have any questions, let me know, and have a good day.